Hey guys, Dave and Alex here, and today we're going to do a little unboxing on this little guy, the Child. The Black Series, the Child. So we're super excited. Actually, haven't really seen this figure anywhere. I found it in a comic store. Really cool looking small little figure. It's going to be an excellent figure to go with the Mandalorian. So we can't wait to get this guy cracked open and get a closer look at him. He comes with a few accessories. It looks really cool in this tiny little miniature Black Series box. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really cool to see Baby Yoda in the Black Series. He's just so super small, but he looks like he could get lost really easily. But that's just the thing about it that just adds to the cuteness. And I really like how they did make it 6-inch scale instead of making it like real giant. I don't know why they would do that, but now you can have another figure with your series of Mandalorian figures. So maybe you could have the Mandalorian holding him, or maybe like Cara Dune.
Yeah, or if you have IG-11, you could make like a sack for IG-11 to carry him in from the final episode. So that would be really cool. And yeah, I really like the scale of this figure. You know, looking at it in the box, it looks like the scale is pretty accurate, and they didn't oversize him, make him too big. So but with him being so small, the accessories are really tiny. So let's take a closer look at this box real quick. There you can see Baby Yoda in the box, and he comes with 3 accessories: a frog, a little soup bowl or drink bowl. I can't remember if that was soup or drink in that. And then it looks like there's like a little silver ball, and I think that is the part of the control stick, or you know, the flight stick on the Razor Crest. The little ball that unscrewed from that. I believe that's what that is supposed to be. So that's about as close as I can get in on that. And on the side of the box, there's no number, and you just get the Child. So they don't have this size scale numbered, because the only thing they've come out with, the Porgs were in this same size box that they did a couple years ago. And then on the back, you just get a bunch of warnings and in various languages, and there's no description or no description on the character on the back. So
yeah, there also something that's really that we've never really gotten before for the Black Series is that there's no little art drawing of the Child, of the character, like on the side. Instead, it has the Mandalorian logo, and then it just says the Child.
Yeah, there's no character art on this box.
Gets it so small.
All right, let's get him cracked open and get a closer look. All right, so we got him unboxed and sitting here next to the Mandalorian, and now you can get a truly sense of the scale of how tiny this figure is. And again, I think they did an excellent job on the scaling. I think he is sized just perfect. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. The scale. He actually has a lot of articulation that you would not think he has, because he is so small. You wouldn't think he would really have any articulation, but you'll be surprised. Really like how it came with accessories. They could have just left it by itself, because you know there really isn't that much to put with the Mandalorian's the Child. But I would have liked to seen his cradle.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this figure should have came with the little cradle that he sits in or rides in, or whatever you call it. So I think they missed an opportunity there, because you know, with the size of this figure so small, and you get these 3 little small accessories, and they did put them in a little clear case. That way, I guess you don't lose them because they're so small. So that's a nice touch, but yet this figure should have came with the little cradle that he rides in. Especially, I mean, this thing was like a little over $10 where I found it, and I just think that's like half the price of a regular 6-inch Black Series figure, and I don't think that price is really fair. I've seen it. We've seen it one other place over the weekend, and I think it was $12. We saw it at a flea market for $12. And why this figure hasn't hit retail like Walmart, Target, GameStop, I don't know. We haven't seen it anywhere. But again, I don't think the pricing is really fair for what you get because he's so small. So, but he has, really cool, really nice looking sculpting. Okay, we've got the accessories unboxed, and Alex is going to go over those accessories.
So first up here we have his little frog, which he uses as lunch or dinner or breakfast, whichever one he wants. Yeah, it's so small. It's not just green, molded green. It does have paint application on the back there. And it doesn't have articulation, but it's so thin that you can move around parts of it. Maybe a little too thin. It looks like it could break easily. So that is his frog. Next up, we have the most scary part. And it's like this tiny little thing, which I feel like I'm going to drop, and then it's going to bounce around, and then we'll never find it. But it does have detailing, surprising enough, as you guys can see right there. And there's also part of it that's incomplete right there, but that's on purpose, because that's where it's supposed to stick into the control stick in the cockpit. So yeah, really cool to see that has detailing. They could have just left it a circle.
Yeah, they could have just made a little ball. But
and then next up, we have his little bowl. Bowl. And it's like, does have an opening inside, so you could put something in there, but really small. And then there is something on the bottom. It's like a little thing. It kind of looks like a Lego piece. So it is like a brownish type color, So I'm gonna put that back down there. And then we also have this clear case. Get the other part of it. This clear case that you could put the accessories in.
yeah, that's a nice touch. That way, you're less likely to lose them inside the case there.
Yeah. But something I really just thought of is that what if you take Baby Yoda and you put him inside of here? It's kind of like his little cradle, except clear. It's just a little idea I just thought about. If you just put him in the cradle, or cradle. So yeah, put Baby Yoda back down. And yeah, really cool how you could store the accessories in here if you're not using them, so then they can't get lost.
Okay, now we're going to take a close-up of the child Baby Yoda. And there you can see the molding on it is excellent. I mean, for the size of this thing the details are excellent. Excellent, nice-looking eyes. And his arms do move up and down, and you can kind of rotate them and put them down like that.
Yeah, they're kind of on a ball joint type thing.
And they do pop out really easy, so if it pops out on you, don't be alarmed. You can just snap it right back in. And his head does move. You can move it side to side.
And the head doesn't really pop off that easily, so good thing about that.
And his little cloak that he's wearing is nicely sculpted.
Yeah.
You can see all the way around.
Back.
And then down in the bottom, he does have 2 sculpted feet. So that is an interesting touch. I thought the base would have just been a solid, piece of tan, but they did put his feet in there, so that's nice. And it looks like his feet are actually on a little ball joint. They are, and they do move. Wow. That is amazing. So his feet does move. even though you can't see his feet when he's standing up. So really cool, actually really cool little figure here. I mean, take a look at that. He's just so cute. Now, unfortunately, he does not have enough articulation to where like he can hold this little bowl. Like you can't bring his arms forward enough or close enough together to where he can hold this bowl. So, but the sculpting and colors are really good on this figure. I really like the detailing. Okay, I'm gonna rate Baby Yoda 3.5 stars. Not for the figure itself. The figure itself is excellent. I love the molding on this figure. The colors are great, but for the price, it just doesn't come, and you don't just get enough for the price. So, if he came with the basket or what do we call it earlier, the cradle, I think that would have been justifiable for the price. And you could set him down in the basket. Maybe it came with a stand, like one of those clear stands where it's like floating. That would have been a really nice touch. But the figure, with it being the size and the small 3 accessories, I don't think that the price is justifiable. Maybe $5-7 would have been a lot better of a deal for this figure because it's just so small. So 3.5 stars for me. All right, Alex has this awesome diorama set up with Mandalorian, Cara Dune, and of course the child. Alex, how do you rate the child?
I think on a scale from 1 to 10, I think I'll give him a 10. He's just so cute and awesome, and the accessories are a good selection, although they can get lost pretty easily. It's a very, very good thing they came with the case, because now you can store them if you're not using them, especially if you don't want them to get lost. And now onto the child himself. I love the paint app on it. The detailing is just outstanding for such a small little figure. I love like the glossy eyes. It just adds a bit of realism. Not a bit, a lot of realism to him that makes him look like he's actually real. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give this guy a 10.
All right, guys, this wraps up this video. Sorry for all the noise. It's about 95 degrees here, and our air conditioning has been coming on during this video, which is that background noise you've been hearing. So sorry about that. But before we go, we want to remind you of our 500 subscriber giveaway. This awesome carbonized Mandalorian Black Series figure will be our giveaway once we reach 500 subscribers. Now, we've picked up a lot of new subscribers in the last couple weeks, thanks to Usual Mike featuring our channel on his channel. So welcome aboard, new subscribers. I hope you enjoy our content. And all right, we'll see y'all next time. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Alex, take us out.
May the Force be with you. And also, this is the way.